What is going on, everyone? It's Luke from the My Gardener channel here with another very exciting episode. Today we're actually on a road trip. We took a quick road trip to support a rather local business. For us, it was about a 35-minute drive, but we wanted to support local, and so we took a drive to pick up some plants for our garden from a local greenhouse. And our reasoning for doing this was because in our planting, we realized quickly that we did not have enough plants to plant out our entire garden plus our patio garden. And so what we wanted to do was, rather than just start stuff from seed like we could, we wanted to support local. And because of the virus outbreak, a lot of local businesses have been affected. A lot of greenhouses and garden centers were shuttered during the busiest time of their season. And so we wanted to just support local in a way that we could. And there's one greenhouse in particular that has really been adapting and doing a really cool thing using online ordering and pickup. And that's what I just did. I literally just drove here, they wheeled it out, they had my order ready, and it was using Shopify. And so we just picked up our order, and we are at Hessel's greenhouse. But I wanted to just kind of show you what they are doing, because the thing that I've noticed that's so inspiring being a business owner is during times of adversity and hardship, just seeing how people adapt, and especially people in the agricultural industry. I take my hat off to you guys because whether it's an early season or a late season, a hot season, a cold season, a wet season, a dry season, all of those are factors that are, yet that alone makes things difficult. But then to have an economic hardship on top of that, and to still not roll over and give up, that to me is so inspiring. And I really hope that you guys go support your local businesses, because they need it. They absolutely need your support to stay in business. As a business owner myself, I always think it's really important to encourage those using technology to basically harness the power of technology to not only grow your business, but also help people grow more food. That's what we're all about at My Gardener. And that's what I think is really cool about what Hessel's has done here using Shopify, is that they're actually using social media or online and e-commerce to get people to grow more food. And I think that's just so awesome, because in today's day and age where we're moving more technological, and we are all on our smartphones and computers a whole lot more often, it's definitely something that was convenient for me, because I just shopped at night. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, spent a late night, and I was like, what better to do at 1 o'clock in the morning than go plant shopping? So if you're gardeners, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see if we can do a quick interview, and if not, we'll see you back at the garden. All right, so we just got back from Hessel's greenhouse, and unfortunately, I did get a chance to speak with the owner, but she did not want to do an on-camera interview, which I understand, totally fine. But I got a chance to speak to the co-owner, Karen Hessel, and that's actually been a family-owned greenhouse since 1968. So a long time family-owned business, very cool. And I got to ask her some questions just about kind of her experience with kind of these uncertain times and how they've been adapting. And the first question I asked Karen was how the system had been working. Did they see an increase in sales, or have they been hurt? And she said in-person sales have been hurt dramatically. They were shut down. They were forced to shut down, which we'll get into. But they were forced to shut down for the better part of April. And so now they're back up and running, but they are, they missed out on a very, very valuable month of time. And so that in-person sales was affected. However, they've seen a huge increase in web sales. I'll post a link in the description box below to their Shopify page if you want to check it out. And if you're local and you want to do some shopping, I'd encourage you guys to check it out. They're a really great family-owned business. But yeah, so she said that sales had increased. That led me to my next question, which was, did she see this being a viable thing going forward? Is this just a temporary thing, or is this a permanent thing? And she was unsure of the lifespan of this type of thing. She said that basically they were going to play it. They were going to just kind of feel it out and see how it worked for them. But they did see it as being something that they could implement going forward, because it was a great way to reach other customers that might not shop in person. And so that was a really encouraging thing to hear, just because obviously shopping in person is always something that I want to do, but I also found it enjoyable to shop online as well from my house. So it was a cool, unique e-commerce experience. The next question I asked Karen was, if she saw this being something that the industry as a whole would adapt, and she was hopeful. She said that this is definitely something that can help a lot of other small family-owned greenhouses, much like hers, but that it did affect sales when it came to kind of what she considered to be impulse buys. And essentially what she was saying is that in the greenhouse industry, you get a lot of impulse buys where someone sees something in person because you're shopping in person for these plants, and you say, oh, I didn't know they had that. I'll grab it. And so she said that they're gonna miss out on a lot of impulse buys because all you can see is a picture. But it would be really beneficial for the younger generation that's more tech savvy, that's more likely to be using technology, and that might increase sales for that specific demographic. I also did ask her directly about the governor of Michigan's stay-at-home order and essentially shutting down essential sales such as greenhouses. We did a video about this, talking about it, and we had an open letter that we wrote to her, to the governor. And it was remarkable to see the amount of people that had no clue what they're talking about, zero clue whatsoever. People said, oh, if you have a greenhouse under 55,000 square feet or under 50,000 square feet, you are completely exempt. Luke, you did not read the bill. You don't know what you're talking about. And I said, well, no, that doesn't really sound true, because I have about 8 friends in the industry here in Michigan that were forced to be closed by MDARD. Now, MDARD stands for the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. They were forcing businesses to be closed because of the executive order when Gretchen Whitmer said no greenhouses and garden centers, none. And so there was a lot of gray area there where the law stated a certain square footage, but they were deemed non-essential, and therefore they were forced to be closed. I asked that question to Karen. I said, how many square feet, about how many square feet is your operation? And she said that the retail portion of the store is only about 35,000 square feet. And so it's a larger size greenhouse, but definitely under that 50,000 square foot threshold. And they were told by the MDARD, the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, they were to be closed and could not do any sales whatsoever, and they could not even do curbside pickup. They were forced to be closed, period. So that was really an eye-opener, that in fact, right from a source that I just spoke with, that yes, in fact, this affected greenhouses of all sizes. So we just want to really make sure that we get those facts out there, and just note that this really did happen. To all greenhouses. And then the final question I asked Karen was, when it comes to these plants, did she see an increase in vegetables sales? Did she see an increase in any particular type of plant? And she said that she did see a huge increase in vegetable sales. So that's reassuring for me. That means that there's more people out there getting excited about growing a garden, and that's really, really awesome. I mean, if you want to grow flowers, that's wonderful too. Greenhouses rely very heavily on flower sales. However, nothing beats some good vegetable starts, and it's definitely reassuring to hear that there's an increase in sales for that. So very, very happy about that, and I really appreciate Karen taking the time during these really crazy times to take these questions and just take some time to talk to me and answer these questions. I'll post a link to their business in the description box below. And I think this is just really cool and a great way to just kind of help support small business, and for small businesses to adapt during these trying times. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. And again, support local, and we'll catch you all on the next episode. We'll be planting out all these plants in our raised beds very soon. So grow bigger, go home, everyone. We'll catch you later. See ya. Bye.